Um, yeah, I'm live. So let's kick this shit off. I'm gonna wait for everybody to join first, cause just want everybody to join so they can hear what the fuck is going on. I already know Red Ranger got the alert, so well, I know Amanda got the alert, so let's wait for those two. I know they're in the stream already. I know Falcon got the alert because he has my alerts on. Um, so yeah. I'm gonna invite Tenez. I'm going to invite Scrub. What's up, Royalty TV? I'm not even gonna lean it out. Like, that name's kind of fire. Royalty TV. That's fire. I fuck with that name.
Armor King.
RIP child support when he decides to pay it and stop having a man to pay it. But that's not going to be the stream. Surprisingly we're actually not going to talk shit this stream. Maybe a little bit, but this stream's pretty much because it's been too much victim play. It's been too much it's been too many people primarily on his side just acting like they're not doing anything wrong. Like the group I'm in and the group I associate myself with, like we're just the ones attacking him for no reason, and they're trying to make it sound like we're attacking him over shit he's done in the past. And it's time to just bring the truth to light. You know what I mean? Like he's not going to tell the truth. Um, it's just like you gotta. Someone has to tell the truth because you're not gonna get it from him. I've waited for him to tell the truth to other people, but he doesn't do that. He just kind of lies to like whoever comes along, and it's really annoying. It's you know what I mean. Like, you just get tired of him playing the victim, man. Thanks. I run a reality TV show. Um, what's the? I'll actually check it out. Scrub, what's the name of your ranked account? Is it Haywanakin? I think, right? Simply augmented. Okay, I'll invite that. Simply augmented. Okay. Alright, wait for Scrub to join before we start. I would invite Tenez and Soul, but it's gonna get really loud. I'm just not in the mood for loud right now. But I'll invite them later. Let them say what they have to say, because I'm pretty sure they have to say something. I just want to be able to, like, speak the truth, finally. That's it. Yeah. Scrub, let me know when you're about to join. What's going on here? Pretty much. I'm just. I don't want to say exposing, but I'm telling the truth about what Red's been lying about to everybody. Literally everybody. You know, I'm kind of tired of everybody looking like we're wrong for what we do, and you know, we're wrong for, you know, what's good, bro? Yeah. Like he makes it look like he's done nothing wrong as of lately, and that everything that we're bothering him for is in the past. Like, and that's not even the case.
I'm guessing you're getting this from like the last couple of days.
Yeah, I was quiet. I don't know if you noticed. I've been kind of quiet the last couple of days because I just wanted to see what was going to be said. And you know, it's just like he has yet to be able to admit where he was fucking wrong. You know what I mean? So now it's time somebody says something.
I mean,
But
if history repeats itself, he's never going to admit that he's wrong. There's the people that associate themselves with him.
yeah, but it's just annoying. Like, I know you saw the video in the Discord where you had one of his friends and Extreme One talking about how we bother with Red for shit he did in the past, and that's because that's the shit that Red fed them. You know what I mean?
I think I think I talked to the hentai kid and Green Ranger. I don't know what's going on with him now. But that day I came in the Red's chat and like Red got hella upset over the things I said. I'm like, the only reason, well, there's two reasons why you could be angry, right? The first reason is the most apparent reason, because I'm correct.
Right.
And then the second reason, which is incorrect, is the fact that you would think that I'm trying to defame you, or I am trying to defame your character, or you know, I'm just trying to make you look bad. That's not the case. Especially when there's a person as bold as me that say, dude, if you really want to know what Red Range is about, just simply go to YouTube and type in RFU.
Right.
Everything you need to know will be literally right there. There's nothing to find. The thing about it is, and what upsets me about his fan base is, they are willfully ignorant. The information is there, they just choose not to accept it.
Right.
But I'm gonna let you go ahead.
No, but it's like I know everybody's been hearing how Red's been saying I'm mad because I lost to him in Tekken, and somebody was talking shit and he couldn't do anything about it. Right? Everybody, that's the shit he's been saying I've been mad about, and that's not even the case. The fact why I was fucking irritated with him is because of the same reason why part of the same reason why Scrub was irritated with him. We've tried to help him out. We tried to talk to him. We tried to tell him he needs to calm down. He can't be doing shit that he does over the internet, right? We've tried to help him out, you know. And as many times as we beefed, you know, as many times that I've had a problem with him, that's kind of like me trying to help him out is like me being nice. So it's like, I'm trying to be nice to you, you know. I'm sitting here kind of defending you, trying to help you out. But yet you let one of your friends, who I don't even know this nigga, and all I'm asking is, yo, let me join the party. Let me talk to this dude. Let me defend myself. Because we all know if Red was put in the same situation, he would be going off. Let me talk to this nigga. Invite me to the party right now. Us down the third, calling you all types of these obscenities and shit like that. You know.
Well, that happened when we showcased that, or well, I won't say we. He showcased that himself when he decided to join a group chat full of dudes that dislike him. It was about 40 dudes, and everybody with common sense will probably tell you, why the hell would you join that group chat or Discord,
right?
Knowing damn well that the outcome is they're not here to listen to logic. They don't care about what you have to say. They really don't.
At all.
They already have an image and a perception of you that will not change regardless of what you say or do. They're gonna always look at you in this light. So why are you trying to convince these people? And the crazy thing about it is, this is stuff I talk about on my stream all the time. It's funny how people try to convince somebody they're not something by exhibiting the exact same behavior that the person is criticizing you about in the first place. So yeah, he showcases that numerous times, but it's mind-boggling to me the people who sit there and watch that. You
Right.
will sit here and condemn the same people that criticize this man for doing the exact same shit that you praise him for doing. If a person once and done's Red, you will be like, well, he shouldn't have done that. That's not cool. But if Red won and done somebody else because he gets one win and leave, you'll use the excuse, well, I don't owe you a rematch, or I'm not entitled to give you a rematch, or Red's not entitled to give you a rematch. He plays who he wants to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, you're being disingenuous, and everybody knows that watches my streams or be around me. I really, really despise disingenuous people. I cannot stand it. So, why would Red, if you going back to the actual topic, why would Red ever listen to reason when he has a beehive of people, of yes men, that will condone every single thing he does? And every time he gets proven wrong, he can always go to the safe space, which is his Discord, or his safe space, which is his stream once he bans everybody, and everybody's going to kiss his ass out of fear that they're going to, I guess, lose something they feel as though is important. Now, me personally, I don't think Red is important. I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. But there has to be something with this dude that these people find valuable. They get something valuable out of him because if they didn't, they wouldn't watch him. So, it's an odd conundrum with me.
Man. It's the lying for me. It's the constant lying. It's just not even on just me, like on everybody, on the whole group, like just lying, just telling people what he wants them to think. Like, I mean, like he's manipulating them. That's like what he's good
Here's
at.
the thing.
It's
Here's the crazy
manipulation
thing about
tactic.
it. Red is genius in this fact. He's genius because if you really listen to what he says,
Mm-hmm.
it's not necessarily like he's not. It's not necessarily he's lying because he's telling the truth. We do fuck with him, right?
Right.
It's that he's telling half truths, which are worse than lies. Because if anybody was to go and look and type in the chilled scrub, well, XX, whatever your name is on YouTube, they type in that name. They type into Nez, they type in the real RRPU, and you will see literally rows of videos of this man getting trolled, fucked with, sometimes even doxxed, all these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in this aspect, I look at it from a person that doesn't know Red. If you look at it from that aspect, he is 100% right.
Right.
The problem is he doesn't tell like I always said. I've been saying this for years. He doesn't tell the entire story. And I guess that's what you're alluding to. He doesn't tell the entire story, right?
Right.
Because I look at it from another normal person aspect. Like, well, I think from a person that actually uses their brain. Like, it's not. You just don't wake up and people want to just fuck with you for no reason. I always use this common argument when I talk with Red. I'm like, there's a key difference between me and you. There's a reason why I don't go through as much drama as you do. It's not because I'm Billy Badass. It's not because I'm the hardest dude on the block or anything. It's just I simply go about my life and don't fuck with people. You, on the other hand, takes things to extreme. Now, I have to check people on my streams every once in a while, but that's every so often.
Right.
But look, people with you have a legit bone to pick with you, and it's not necessarily that you suck in Tekken. There are a lot of people that suck in Tekken that are actually successful YouTubers. You don't have to be the best in Tekken to be successful. There's a lot of successful that are good players that are they trash at YouTube. It's not that. It's just your attitude fucking sucks. People don't like you because it's not because you're a suck at Tekken. It's just because your attitude is fucking annoying.
Right.
You can't sit here and tell people what you often do. I'm not saying you. I'm talking about Red.
I know what you mean.
You can't sit here and tell people, well, they keep fucking with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in the next breath say I don't care. Well, clearly you care that they're fucking with you, and they're not going to stop me from doing YouTube, and I'm going to do what I want to do. By all means, what I've always said, you can do what you want, but it's going to keep yielding the same results because everybody has told you what you do doesn't work. There's a reason why you're hard stuck at 700. You just now hit 700.
Right.
It's the same people. There's no growth. Yes, you get 40 views per 40 concurrent viewers on stream, right? And that's impressive for a Tekken channel. That's unheard of, especially on YouTube. Because that's not something you see often, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but out of that, who are actually watching for you? Because the moment you turn off the game, it goes from 40 to 6, 40 to 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no growth there, and then your reputation precedes you on YouTube. And the same people that you hate, they end up following the people that you hate because they like, well, I found Chilled through X and X video. I found Chilled through Red. I found Zilla through red. I found Soul Edge, Tenez, all these people through red.
Right.
So in a sense, you're losing your audience and you're giving your audience to these people that you hate in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna let you go ahead. I think I rambled on for a minute.
No, you're good. You're good. It's like you said, it's still lies, the manipulations. It's the support that he's getting from, you said, his viewers, and like I said, the viewers that he has now, they've all been manipulated to believe what the fuck Red wants them to believe. Like you said, Red doesn't tell him the whole truth. Red will never tell him the whole truth. Red will always paint the image that he's always been right. You know what I mean? Or he's only done wrong in the past. When no, you do wrong every time you decide to turn on the stream. You bully low ranks. You know what I mean? You refuse to play at your rank. You refuse to. You know what I mean? Like you might catch me at Fujin, but by the next time I stream, I'm like Tekken King, Tekken God around that area. You know what I mean? You refuse to leave low ranks alone and let them improve. While I'm on that topic, there's people with 2,000, 3,000 wins. You know what I mean? There's Suzaku, not Emperor, Mighty Ruler, Revered Ruler, this and the third. And it's just like, why are you bothering these people that are, one, they're casuals, two, this is probably their first Tekken. They've probably never played the game before. You know, when Red first started playing Tekken, I'm pretty sure he was one of the worst players. You know what I mean? That's why he was kicking people out of lobbies in Tag 2. He was getting mad in Tag 2. You know,
Bad doesn't even describe it.
It doesn't, but I'm just saying, like,
him as of right now is a terrible player, right?
Yeah.
Despite his rank, and I often say, like, I don't like to take the accomplishments away from people. If you earned your rank, you earned it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for him to repeat the same thing 3 times, that's not an accident.
Right.
But with that being said, it's the way he goes about it. I mean, I see better execution and movement from, I'd say, PC players and fucking ruler ranks.
Mm-hmm.
This is PC players. Now, PS4 players, they're a whole different breed. They don't really care about anything.
But no, I've seen better from Divine Rulers than I have from Red.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to think about it, and I'm like, I don't really care how he takes it at this point. He don't rub me the wrong way. It's not that I hate the dude. It's just, it is what it is.
Right.
Red has never developed his own style as a player, right?
Mm-hmm.
He tried to use my playstyle in Tag 2. If you really look at it for what it is, his playstyle is a weakened version of mine. It's a real weak version of mine. Now, if you look at my Tag 2 footage, you will literally see what Red is now, and my Tag 2 version will still beat him.
Mm-hmm.
So he tried to borrow from. Say what now? Yeah,
and that's sad.
And I look at my Tag 2 stuff. I'm like, I was ass. But so yeah, he started to borrow from me. He borrowed from Legend Kicker, which is a really good law player.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to borrow from the main man Swede. And there's nothing wrong with looking at these players and want to emulate some of the things they do and try to incorporate into your own playstyle, but it becomes different when you don't understand why they do what they do. And one of the things when I watch Red streams and that it really upsets the fuck out of me is when he just throws buzzwords out there and they don't fit the situation at all.
Right.
You're calling a person a button masher when they didn't button mash. They just simply challenged the dumb shit that you just did. You're -9, it's their turn. Or when he says you're pressing on hit, he clearly blocked, but you want to say he pressed on hit.
The thing is, he mashes on hit all the fucking time.
I literally proved that in one of my shorts when it was the Geese versus Hiyashi, and I just kept him down for a 1-1.
Mm-hmm. I saw that shit. It's every time you hit him with a low, he's trying to dick jab you.
Low parry. He's always trying to low parry, and that's why I said what I said. And a lot of people remember that conversation I had with Jin Kazama, the dude I actually got heated with. And I still want to fight him. Like, just because I'm over it, that doesn't mean I don't want to kick your ass. I still want to kick your ass.
Right.
I'm simply saying, I'm like, dude, of course you're going to get annoyed when I literally beat you the same way 2 games in a row, and I'm like, maybe I can throw a low in. Now, maybe I conditioned him enough to actually stop ducking for once, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he still continues to keep ducking. So I literally point out, I'm like, well, there's simply no point in me doing lows. I might as well just keep doing what I was doing because it's working.
Right.
And in that same regard, he's over here criticizing my playstyle, saying all I'm spamming is jabs. I'm like, you do realize the jab is the. I teach this to anybody who plays Tekken. If they ask me for advice, I'm like, the jab is the most fundamental thing you can use in Tekken. It's the most simplest and safest thing you can use to start pressure, right? It comes out at 10 frames for most characters, not all, but most characters come out at 10 frames. It's +1.
Yep.
And again, it has very high recovery. It's not slow at all to recover, so you're relatively safe when you throw out a jab. Why would I not use that to my advantage, right?
Right.
And it's also one of your biggest checking tools. You use the jab to check to see if they're going to duck. So if you see you do a jab, you check, they duck, okay, well, next time I'll throw in the down forward 1, right? Or I'll try to step, or whatever they do to counteract your jab, you counteract what they're going to do with your movement or the information you got off of them, how they react to the jab. So that's something that the average player doesn't think about. Definitely Red doesn't think about that, but the average player doesn't think about that. So when you have the mindset of, well, he's just smashing jab, I'm like, no, sir, you just don't know how to respond to it.
Right. And it's been 7 years, and he still doesn't know how to respond. It's been longer than 7 years, and he still doesn't know how to respond to a jab.
Like, there's multiple ways you can respond to a jab. You can backdash away from it to try to collect yourself and see what you want to do next. You can try to sidestep it. You can take the risky option and try to duck it. You can take an even more risky option or try to do a high crushing move, or try to challenge the jab, because not everybody just does jab, 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 jab. A lot of people do jabs, and they think they're plus, because you are plus, you're +1. But you throw out a move that's, let's say, like a typical hell sweep, right? I'm a Kazuya player. 16 frames. Actually, it's not 16 frames. If you do a Kazuya with the fastest, 17 frames. Yeah, 17 frames. Because it's forward, down, forward, and then you can circle it if you do it just right. So it's a 17 frame move, but you're only +1. So that 17 frames becomes 16 frames.
Right.
If the person's jab is 10 frames, right, it's going to beat you out. So when Red cries about, well, I was plus there, it's just a move that you follow up with doesn't trap them. That's hence the name frame trap. If you want to do a true frame trap, if they try to press a button, let's say if you do his character Law, forward 1+2 hammer of the gods, right? And they just happen to throw out and you throw out a 4 after that, and let's say they go for a wild standing 4, well, it's a guaranteed counter hit, because 1, that move is 11 frames, and you're already like +3 on block, right?
Yep.
So just by common sense and math, you should win that. He doesn't grasp that concept, but that forward, who do you think taught him that forward 1+2 4 trick? That's something I used to do a lot. I don't do it anymore because there's so many options around it. But and wild standing 4 is just clearly the better option. But it's just simple things like that. But he condemns lower ranked players, as you was saying earlier, that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm like, how can you condemn somebody for not knowing what they're talking about when you yourself don't know what you're talking about?
He never knows what he's talking about, and it's very clear he never knows what he's talking about. You can hear him try to analyze people's gameplay after every time he loses, and it's just like you're sitting there and you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? This man didn't even go low like one time. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm sitting here. What was it? I think he was playing. Who was he playing? I think it was a Heihachi player. It was a Heihachi. And he was like, alright, so this player is just gonna go low all the time. The player went low one time. He did down back 2 once out of the whole game. And it's just like, so why are we... What the fuck do you talk about, bro?
Well, that's like, I was arguing with one of my friends about that. I'm like, because he was saying that Heihachi lows are ass. I'm like, that's the brilliance in Heihachi. That's what makes his lows actually good, because you don't duck against him.
Exactly.
Versus Kazuya, you can duck against Kazuya and be relatively safe. Like, the most you have to worry about is really forward 3, and that's really slow. And it's down forward. Most of his mids are extremely slow. And down forward 4, you can really eat that. He's only +4, and if he finishes the string, he's -4. So you can really eat that. That's nothing to be scared of. Heihachi, on the other hand, you don't do that against at all. Most of his mids either knock you down or counter hit launch. But as you were saying, to go back to the actual topic, Red doesn't, like I always say, you don't understand the core of the game, because a lot of people misconstrue what I mean by fundamentals.
Right.
What I mean by fundamentals is understanding how the game works at a mechanical level and understanding the psychology of how the game works. A lot of people don't understand that, so when I play Red, And this is how I beat him all the time for anybody who wants to know how to beat him. Even if you're a low ranking player, you can beat him. Stop trying to play chess and play checkers. If you think Red's going to do it, more than likely he's going to do it.
That's a fact. That's an actual fact.
Most people lose to Red, ironically, because they think too damn much.
And you get randomed out, because Red is the king of being able to random you out.
Oh yes, and that's why I tell a lot of people that underestimate Red. I'm like, you will probably lose. Believe it or not, you probably might lose a few before you understand what he does. And it's not necessarily random. It's just a flowchart.
Right.
It's just a weird flowchart that you have to get adapted to. If you're not used to playing that, you're going to get hit by it all the time. But what you do against Red is just literally abuse mids, and that shuts down all his options. Because if you understand his defensive flowchart, not his offensive flowchart, because if you play Red the right way, you don't give him a chance to be offensive. Most of the time when people play Red to troll him, we let him do offensive shit because we just want to show you how bad he really is. But when you really want to beat him, you just get in his face and just throw mids. It shuts down everything he wants to do because he doesn't really sidestep like that. And anytime he feels any bit of pressure, his first instinct is to duck and try to go for any kind of while-standing launcher, right? You lose to Red is when you give him too much space and he throws out a random launcher when you just pressing forward.
Right.
Or he tried to throw out any kind of like high crushing launcher, like any kind of like, let's say, Lars down back 4, or while standing 1, or anything that can like pretty much he abuses panic move. So like I was looking at you playing, I'm like, now you know damn well he's going to do a rage art. I don't even know why you even thought to press a button while he has rage and try to utilize pressure. You don't utilize pressure against Red. He's going to use rage art. He has an S+ in rage usage for a reason.
And he will literally use rage art to get himself out of any fucking situation.
To be honest, Red wouldn't be an emperor if it was not for rage.
That's a fact.
I have to remind myself when I play Tekken 7 that, wait a minute, I do have rage arts and rage drive. I forget all about that shit. But going back to the core, what you were talking about the whole lying thing. Yeah, he lies a lot.
And he just lies. He lies on. The thing is, we would all still be cool if he was not a fucking liar. If he just owned up to the shit he did, he would have real supporters, real people, fucking backing his shit up. He would have those people. He would still have me as a friend. He would still have you as a friend. Soul Edge. That's, you know what I mean. He would have real supporters instead of a million fucking trolls following his channel trying to troll him every fucking time he streams. And he did it, like I said, in my last stream, he did it to himself. He did it to himself. He doesn't want to improve. He's made how many new image accounts?
Well, it started off with Red Ranger New Image 2019, then Red Ranger New Image 2020, and then 2021, and now I guess he's going to make a 2022 account, and that's a tongue twister, I'm sorry, too many twos. And God knows, man, I don't get it. What I really despise about Red is you play victim, of course.
Right. Right. He hears himself.
I promise you, in day-to-day life, are extremely quiet and they don't really bother anybody.
Right. That's something everyone
it's
can
only
agree with.
online where you have the balls to say some of the most flagrant shit you can possibly say, and he likes to go behind this thing where he says, well, Y'all niggas would never do this to me in real life. Y'all would never say what y'all say off the video game, quote unquote. I'm like, but you called the police on 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot act hard and then go around snitching. I'm not saying this because I'm black or anything. You just can't do that. It's a contradiction of actions.
That's nothing to do with being. That's nothing to do with being black. Like it's for any.
That
and
shit
everybody.
is goofy. That's goofy as hell. You can't be like, yeah, man, y'all niggas never. I'll whoop your ass. I'll kill this individual off the video game, as he said, which sounds fucking retarded. I would kill somebody in real life over a video game, or what they said about a video game, or about me in a video game, because most of his, as he says, most of the drama that stems around him stems from one thing, and the common source or the common denominator is always Tekken.
Right.
But for you to go out here and make these flagrant threats about people, but in the same breath call the police on 2 people, you're not practicing what you preach, because now the threat has presented itself to you live and in person, and now you're not carrying the same attitude that you had before. And then you try to shift the blame to Amanda, saying Amanda called the police. Stop putting that person into, even though Amanda includes herself in some of these things, before Amanda started including herself in these things, she was an innocent bystander. He just included her just for the sake of including her.
Yep.
And
now
then when
she's having these quote-unquote issues.
And now that when people belittle your wife, and here's the problem, I don't really get mad at Amanda's per se, because I have to look at it from what Red tells her, right? Red tells her these people harass and bullying me, right? And not only can he say that, he can show visible proof through what I just said, but that's by just typing people's name in. And he can show you only one side, and if he shows only Amanda's one side, what is she supposed to believe? And come on, let's think about it. As a woman, say what you want about her, she's a good woman to Red, right? Of course she's going to take her man's side over a man that she doesn't know, right?
Right. So
she's going to be doomed to fucking live the shit that Red goes through, because she's not going to listen to anybody else besides Red. And all Red does is feed her bullshit.
All the time.
But what the problem I had is, what Soul Edge always mentions, is you keep bringing your wife into things that has nothing to do with her. Do not mention your wife's suicidal thoughts or suicidal behaviors or tendencies on people that fuck with you.
Right.
If you never would have brought your girlfriend, and this is why I don't bring my girl into the YouTube or any type of content creation platform, it's because I don't want to put her through that shit. If you got something to say about me, that's perfect. I can deal with that. But like, I know she's sensitive and she's soft. I'm not gonna put her through that. But you knowingly put your wife through this shit, put her on the video game, expose her to possibly thirsty dudes. No matter how ugly Amanda is, some dude's gonna talk to her and try to get news from her and all this to embarrass your ass.
Exactly.
He didn't think about the consequences before he actually did that. And now that he's reaping the consequences of his actions, he don't like that, and he tries to use Amanda for the sloppy shit he does, and that's not manly, that's a coward. Amanda's not the one on stream for 12 hours a day talking about how she's going to kill this person, kill that person, do this, do that. Unlike you, if you actually hear this, she works. And goddamn, you have a good woman. You better hold on to that woman for the rest of your life, bro, because I don't know too many women that will deal with your ass.
I asked my girl if she would. Boy, we almost got into an argument over that question.
Me and my girl did get into an argument. Because she felt disrespected.
Because it's a disrespectful question.
Like, you don't work, right? Like, I always give the algorithm, right? If there's 24 hours in a day. Because I argue with, I don't try to argue, I say debate with Red fans or whatever. And I say, if there's 24 hours in a day, right? And you spend 12 hours streaming, right?
Right.
And the average adult around our age sleeps around 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So I'm just gonna go with the minimum 6, right? That's 18 hours right there. And you have to eat. So I'll say that's about 30, maybe an hour. So that's 19 hours, right?
Right.
It only leaves you with 5 hours. You cannot make a sustainable living in New York with five hours, no matter what your hourly rate is.
I'm glad you understand that.
No, there's just no way in hell.
It's not.
Especially with your educational background. I can understand if you have passive income. You don't have that. You're not smart enough to make passive income. This not is a slight towards him. The average person isn't smart enough to invest themselves and to make passive income. I know you don't do that. So if you're streaming 12 hours a day, you're pretty much utilizing 19 hours of your day that are not, you're not making any money off of it. And the only time you do have is 5 hours. There's just no way in hell.
Right.
And I hope somebody burst this YouTube dream he has. In order for him, Frost tried to tell him this before he died. There's no way you can make your channel profitable. There's too much dirt on here.
He doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand that at all.
He doesn't understand that his analytics are shit. If you're getting dislike bombed on all your videos, not to mention your viewership fluctuates way too much, and you don't promote yourself out of YouTube, and all your viewership comes directly from YouTube and word of mouth, you're not going to grow. That used to work in 2008. That the algorithm has changed. That doesn't work anymore.
Right.
It would be different if he streamed for 12 hours a day and he put real effort into his content. He chopped up his videos, spread it across different platforms, talked about things that are interesting, tried to diversify his content. He doesn't do that. He hits the stream button for 12 hours a day and calls that hard work. I'm like, nigga, that's not hard work.
It's really not.
And you sell a man of this dream that you're gonna make it big off of YouTube. I'm like, dude, there are thousands of channels that are doing the same thing that you're doing. What makes you so different? The only difference between you is the fact that the only notoriety that you get is based off of your infamy, not your actual character, charisma, or anything like that. It's pure off of infamy and curiosity. He wants to be LTG, but LTG has a brain, and he can flip that curiosity and infamy that he has into actual revenue.
But he did that.
He has, and he's being relatively successful, and I'm more power to him. Like, I don't hate him, I don't love him. It's just good for you. Red, on the other hand, can't do that.
It's not that he can't; he just refuses to.
He can't do that. It's beyond his mental capacity. He just learned how to make a 1080 60p stream today, and most of the people had to hold his hand for him to learn basic shit that he could have learned on his own.
Yeah, I remember helping him set the stream.
I remember trying to help him set up his stream. I'm like, he was trying to tell me how to use OBS. I'm like, bro, I've been using this before you knew what an OBS was, before you even knew what a stream was.
Right.
But as you already said, no matter how many times you try to tell this dumbass what to help him, like he will tell me, you're not my dad. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, to be rude, you need a fatherly figure in your life because you don't have one.
Right. But he'll take offense to that.
Huh?
I said he'll take offense to that.
I don't give a shit if he takes offense to it or not. He needs a father figure in his life. He just does. You walk around and you act like a spoiled woman. But as a man, you don't have the same luxuries as a woman. You don't have any pussy.
Right.
And as much as niggas don't want to admit it, pussy controls the planet because there's more simps than real niggas. It just is what it is. So if a lot of simps have money and women want money, all they have to do is not even give pussy, just give the possibility of getting some. And there you have it. So Red doesn't have the luxury to sit there and act like a spoiled woman. He acts like as people owe him things. People owe you nothing.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's sad?
Go ahead.
Technically, he kind of is the woman in his relationship.
Well, that goes without saying. I mean, clearly he is. There is no man that's worth his salt that'll sit there and let his woman work 40 hours a week and he sit on his ass for 12 hours playing a video game. Think about it, 12 hours a day, 12 times 7, right? Because he started streaming on Saturdays and Sundays again. 12 times 7 is 84.
Right.
Nigga.
Yeah, trust me, I get it, bro. I get it. That's way... Honestly, to be making, like, absolutely nothing from that many hours a day, no.
Think about his hours per week. He streams about 60 to 80 hours per week.
Yep.
And let's go by the minimum number 60. You times that by 4, that's 240 hours of streaming.
With nothing for it.
Go ahead.
I said with nothing for it.
With nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
And Amanda allows this, and like I guess I'm getting rude and personal here, but the only reason why she allows it out of her own blatant insecurity. If Amanda was around 125 pounds, and I would say about, well, I'll say her height is around what, 5'5", 5'3", somewhere around there, the average height for a woman. If she was 150, not 150, about 130 pounds, 140 pounds,
right,
and she brushed her teeth and got like a good teeth cleaning, there's no way she would date Red. There's just no fucking way. Because her confidence will be through the roof.
I have to agree with that.
It's just like if Red, look at the girl that Red dated and his ex-baby moms when he was small. He dated a woman that was small. He didn't date a fat chick. He gets big, guess what he ends up dating? A fat chick. He doesn't even want to fuck his woman. That is weird. That's unheard of for a man. That's how you know your woman is unattractive if you don't want to smash her. If you spend, again, if you're spending 12 hours on a video game a day and you sleep for 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, what time do you have to fuck your woman?
Yeah, I remember seeing you at the Begum.
I used to help her. I used to help her try to get some help her try to get some dick from Red. That's how bad it was at one point. And then if you let's take another hour because it's been proven the fact that you go on these websites, Twitter primarily, and look up all these women and have the audacity to say they added you. I'm like, don't disrespect the women like that. They don't even know you exist
at all. Like,
so if you're pining over other women, you don't want to fuck your woman, and you spend 12 hours a day playing a video game, 6 hours to sleep, and probably an hour relatively to eat. There's no room for Amanda.
Right.
It's sad when you have to force your man to at least spend some time with you to have at least a conversation. God damn.
No, but I mean, if she lets it happen, then like, that's.
Like, I can't control the relationship. I'm just calling it how I see it.
Hold on, bro.
You forget what I told you about your room, the kitchen, and the restroom?
No.
You don't?
Okay. Alright, my fault.
No, you good.
Right. Okay, if that's how, I mean, she wants to do things, then that's just...
I mean, that's her life at the end of the day, but you gotta understand, she's my age.
Yeah.
Think about a woman wasting her prime years of her life with a man that has little to no ambition. If I was her age, because she's about to hit the wall soon, if I was her age, I would be hitting the gym with a ferocity of ambition. I will be hitting that gym damn near daily, getting my diet right, because I know I gotta score a better man than Red.
I mean, honestly, even with it now, she could do better.
Well, of course you could.
Like,
but manipulation is a bitch, though.
Then again, it's her fault because she lets it happen.
Well, of course. Of course. But that's why I be saying the disrespectful things I be saying. Like, and to this day, you cannot convince me otherwise. Frost smashed Amanda, bro. Or at least was close to doing it.
Probably was.
If I ever catch, let's say me and you was like, we was like tight, and like how Red and Frost was tight, right? And me and you chilling, right? And if they say something about me, you chilling, right? You might say something back, but you, for the most part, you're chilling. But if they said something about you, you go into a blind rage, I'm kicking her out my house.
Yep.
It's just like your girl getting mad because somebody said something about me. A real one be like, well, they ain't got nothing to do with me or my man, so I don't care. He's a grown-ass man that should be able to defend himself. So this is why I come to the conclusion that there's just no way that Falcon, not Falcon, but oh god, I said Falcon. Frost, that nigga been talking a lot of shit lately, but there's no
we gonna get to
way
that
that Frost wasn't hitting that.
No, I believe Frost was. Wholeheartedly.
And if he was, that is nasty as hell. Like let's put it like this: any woman, let's you could be the baddest bitch on the planet, right? If you dealt with Red, I can't date you. I don't want to go behind a nigga like that.
Right.
And then I look at Amanda's profile, right? I look at her Facebook and shit like that because it's all public access, right? Because you put your girl's information out there like that. And I'm like, she comes from a relatively nice home, nice family, looks like all this good stuff, and she's dealing with you. What the fuck went wrong?
Manipulation, bro.
Like, bruh.
I honestly think that's why his baby mother left him. She smartened up.
I think she probably left him because she, like, I know this we just throwing is hearsay, but probably because he started getting fat. Like, there's a clear correlation between him finding out that Tekken exists and him getting fat.
I could believe that.
No, seriously. When I saw him on Tekken Tag Tournament 2, I would go to work and come back home, and he's still on Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Just like now, I can leave and come back, and he will still be on Tekken 7. Especially if I have a morning shift. So if I work at 7:30 in the morning, so 4 p.m., by the time I come back, as a matter of fact, when I get off the game for that night and wake back up, he's still on.
Oh, bro. I'll go to sleep at 12. Wake up at, cause I wake up at like 7 a.m. for work, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. for work. He's still on. I'm about to go on break. He's still on. Yeah, I go to break around 2. I go on break around like 2:30.
Here's the thing about Red. Like, I'll give him credit. At one point, he was in good shape. He was in decent shape. And I guess he had some good influence around his life. The moment he met Tekken, that killed all that. It literally think about it. If you look at his older pictures, he was in great shape. He had abs, pretty muscular physique. He pretty much looked like me, like muscular physique, pretty toned. And now the Tekken comes around, and you sit at the house all day, and then going back to the algorithm with the hours. There's no way you're getting any physical activity if you're spending the majority of your time in the house. And then if you got to add in the other part of the algorithm, the cheeseburger. I mean, let me stop. But
ain't no way, bro.
I'm just saying. Poor diet. Don't eat any vitamins. You met Tekken. It all makes sense now.
A million different cigarettes a day.
A carton of cigarettes a day. Bro, I would be so embarrassed if I legit... Like, I would ask my girl for her card as a joke. But he asked for his woman card and be dead ass.
Stole it one time.
The fact that you spend so much time when Acid Rain was on the game with her instead of your own woman is definitely a red flag. When you have parties with just you and this girl by yourself, that's a huge red flag. I'm not gonna lie, my girl's the jealous type, bro. I be hanging with my boys and some chicks be in the party and she still get upset. She still be tight.
Oh, bro, you don't even want to know half the shit. My girl got mad over acid because she thought I was trying to throw acid.
But see, here's the thing. Once I sit there and think about like how women think, I can see why. Because women know women. They know how women get down. Right. So I can see where my woman be coming from. But at the same time, like, you in a party chat with this chick by yourself all day long, and like you can tell he's flirty, right? Like he get the rosy cheeks, bro. Well, I say the purple cheeks. I think the black still. He get that grin from ear to ear. He do that dumbass laugh. like he can never stop smiling. I'm like, bro. If LTG would said, you will never smash.
Yeah.
You will never smash this chick, dude.
I mean, when she was 13, he had the chance.
He still didn't have a chance, bro.
Oh, she did curve him.
She curves him every time he get too friendly.
That's
Remember, there's a famous saying, like, before I knew who you were, if me and Red were all cool, and me, CJ, Red, a dude named Air Son Goku, if you ever played him, I'm pretty sure you have, because we was all Tekken Fiends in season 1 and 2. We were all boys, Loveless, all of us, we was all boys, right? And we came across this clip with him in the acid rain, and God, if I could ever find that fucking clip, dude, I swear to God, it's a wrap. I know somebody had it, but if I ever get that clip, it's a wrap. He literally said, maybe if you were single and I was single, we could be together. This is 2017, right? In 2017, Red was probably my age. That's 4 to 5 years ago. He was my age.
Right.
And Acid was a minor.
Yeah, that would have made her like, what, 17, right?
Yeah. 16, 17, give or take. That's creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, like, bruh. It's the things he do. Like, I would like to be cool with Red. At one point I did, and I would like to be cool with Red. It's the things he do. Like, if anybody in public, like in my personal life, say, hey, yo, you hang with this nigga? I'm like, hell no.
It's embarrassing.
The Power Rangers thing on repeat. The obsession with Sailor Moon. Him going crazy over fucking 3D ass. I'm like, nigga. It's okay to acknowledge, like let's say Logo, right, from Apex Legends, right? It's okay to acknowledge that the character has sex appeal. It's okay to acknowledge that she has ass.
Right.
This nigga takes it to a whole nother level, bro. Like, it's okay if you want to be all thirsty in your own private time. Do what you want to do. I'm not gonna judge that. But nigga, you on live stream thirsting over chicks that are 3D, you're not fucking enough.
The crazy thing is, what was that game he was playing?
Jump Force. He made a character and he kept standing the character's ass.
My girl was there, and she heard what he was saying, and she was just like, "Is that Red?" I was like, "Yeah." And the crazy thing is, she tries to defend Red wholeheartedly. She tries to,
bruh.
She tries to. Like, she tries to give him that, like, benefit of the doubt.
No, that's what women. That's women's way of disrespecting you by being nice at the same time. She know damn well that this nigga is weird.
No, she'll say he's weird. But
she tried to give him the benefit of the doubt because that's what women are supposed to be. They're supposed to be nice. If she said what she wants to say, this nigga fucking weird as hell. Let last. But she can't be like that because that shit. It's a turn off when you see women act like niggas. That's a huge turn off.
right.
So of course she gonna play her role, and she probably don't give a damn anyway. If anything, that makes you look fucking good. Like, well, at least I'm not dating that.
Okay.
At the very minimum, at the very least, I'm not dating that guy.
If you ever want to give your girl, confidence, go to Red Stream.
Exactly. Like I might not work the best job. I might not bring in $60,000 to $100,000 a year.
Right.
But at least I'm not. I might work at McDonald's. I don't work at McDonald's. Just saying. I might work at McDonald's or Wendy's or a burger joint or whatever the fuck. But at least I'm not that. That's really sad when you think about it.
Right. It is.
And the biggest argument I've always had is you spend 12 hours a day playing the exact same game. Well, he used to. Now he's trying to mix it up. But majority of the time you're streaming, you're playing Tekken 7, right? Because we know, and he knows that's where the majority of the views come from. When he stopped getting views, guess what he goes back to? Whether he wants to play it or not, he goes back to Tekken.
Yep.
You spend majority of your time playing this game, and you still ass. For the life of me, I cannot understand that. And he tried to say, well, I have a learning disability. Like, look, dude. There are people that are clinically retarded and can still play better than you.
It's been proven too. It's actually there's actually a player that has a disability and he's primes like crazy.
I mean, Falcon is a prime example of that. He's autistic. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with autistic people, but he can hit True Tekken God with relative ease.
Right. Granted, I'm not even gonna say that. It's not even about.
I mean, the way now we all know the way he goes about getting it is fraudulent as hell. But
yeah.
Red cherry picks and still can only get the Emperor.
Yep. And he'll never get past that. That's the crazy thing. He's too scared. He's crazy. He's too scared to get past that.
I got the Tekken God by sheer boredom. I didn't even want the I didn't even want the shit. I just got bored because simply nobody was playing on like blue rank. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I might as well go to purple, the higher purple ranks or whatever the fuck you want to call them shits, and go from there. And I just happened to run into a guy that wasn't going to leave. I'm like, well, there's a promotion. There you go. But I never been a person for rank matching. When you first met me, I wasn't a rank match warrior. I get on there, but I'm like, whatever. I was like purple ranks for the longest. It's just because I just didn't play like that.
Right.
I would spend most of my time, if I played the game, I would play it with my boy CJ and all them other folks. I didn't really care for rank match like that. I'm like, I know if I wanted it, I can get it, because everybody who plays me, I'm like, you were way higher than where you're at right now. You can easily get it if you wanted it. But Red, you don't get that compliment. You get, how the hell did you get here?
From everybody. Everybody he plays asks him that. Like, if you don't know Red, you're gonna ask him, how the fuck did you get this rank?
The only people that really legitimately thinks that he got there are people that are oblivious to Tekken 7 or relatively new. Because I'll be looking sad when I hear that actual people ask Red for advice on how to play Tekken. I'm like, he's gonna fumble it and make it look so idiotic. But it's not my place to say anything. I can't. Right. I'm not gonna hate on that man and be like, y'all do know that Red's an idiot. Like, that's goofy. That's lame as shit. I'm not gonna do that. But I'm like, at the same time, I'm cringing on the inside. I'm like, he doesn't know what he's talking about,
bro.
At all.
You know this man? He banned me from. He actually beefed with me over saying that it's okay to mash on plus sometimes, not all the time.
Well, of course it's okay to mash on plus. You have to challenge it. You just can't sit there and eat it 24/7.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. That was my argument, and he literally banned me from his stream, arguing with me. You're telling my stream that you can mash, and knowing damn well you can't mash on plus. I was down a third. I'm like, but you're not going to sit there and let Geese do back two to you the whole fucking game.
My thing is, when it comes down to, let's talk about plus frame for example, because there's a lot of people that are black and white when it comes to frame data. Frame data is only a guide. That's it.
Right.
It can tell you the most optimal things to do in certain situations. But when it comes to challenging things on plus, what you're trying to convey is it's a psychological thing.
Right.
Is he gonna keep his offensive pressure? Or as I said earlier, he might do a move that even though he's plus, you can beat him out because the move is too damn slow. Or is he going to just back off? Because there are some players that have a plus frames and they back off and try to bait you into doing something. It's a mind game, but that's what Tekken mostly is. It's a mental thing. Because as a player like myself, I get hit by some of the most dumbest shit when I play too respectful. You get yourself opened up by. I always tell people, like, when people are overly defensive because they watch like players like the main man suite or higher ranked players and they see the backdash, and I'm like, you don't understand. They are very disrespectful. They mash the hardest.
Yeah.
The difference is, it's just when they do it. So you're backdashing. I'm like, you do realize you just give me more room to just hit you, especially if we're playing on a stage with walls. I'm like, okay, well, I'm playing a character well, most characters do phenomenally at the wall, but a character that's above average on the wall, and you just backed yourself into a wall, and now you're trying to figure out, why do I keep losing? Because you're overly defensive. You have to attack me at some point. It's still an offensive game. It's a fighting game. But Red doesn't understand that concept. I mean, I press on his plus frames all the time because I know what he's going to do.
But that's the thing. That's okay. That's what it's, if you know what their opponent's going to do, and you can predict that move, like further example, if Geese does back two into fucking down 1+2, which is that low, I'm going to hop kick you.
Yeah, there's so many things you can do with that. You can step it either way. You can just challenge it outright with a hop kick. Me, I prefer the safe route with the down forward one, but the hop kick gets the high crush. I just don't like doing punishable shit. Hell, you can just block it if you want to. I mean, you can block it, low parry it, whatever. Because here's both of those moves. The back two doesn't lend enough plus frames for that to be an actual trap.
That's what I'm saying, though. In Red's head, the way he thinks, you're not supposed to press shit. You're supposed to just let it happen.
And he thinks that because a move is safe, that means you're not supposed to press. I mean, safe is safe. That means if you try to block, you will block, but your turn is over.
Yep.
So if a move is -5, minus anything, damn near, your turn is over. It's the other player's turn. But that's where the mind games come in, so you can manipulate the frame data if it's negative, even if it's safe. You can still steal somebody's turn by, let's say, if you're playing Law, do a down 2-3, sidestep, do a move with any kind of high crushing or low crushing. That's where the mind game sits in, and that's where Red hasn't got to that level. He barely understands frame data, right?
Like, at all. And he tells people, that's another thing that pisses me off. He tells other people they don't understand frame data. And it's just like, I'm sitting here like, Red, you're mashing on every fucking thing. What do you mean they don't understand? You're clearly the one who does not understand it.
He tries to, he tries to emulate me because I used to be heavy on frame data. That's when I was stuck at one level of the game. I always tell people there's 3 levels to it. For the average player, the first step they're going to get is like combos and movement, right? You're going to get your combos down, you're going to get your basic movement down, right? The second thing is the frame data. That's when you start learning the intricacies of the game. You start learning, okay, this is punishable, I can step here, I can duck here, I can do this here, right? You start learning situations.
Right.
The third thing, which is the most important thing that most players don't ever get to, and this is why they get stuck at higher ranks, they don't understand high level gameplay, it's the mental aspect of it. I was arguing with somebody a long time ago, I'm like, you do realize frame data don't mean shit in higher levels. It doesn't. You're like, of course it does. I'm like, we already know what frame data is. It's like second nature.
Right.
At this point, it's either you're going to do it or not. That's what it boils down to. Either you're going to do the move or not. Either I'm going to challenge you or I'm not. People forget that Tekken is a very momentum-based game. It is. So when it comes down to the mind game, the third part of it, which is actually the hardest part, reading your opponent to understand what they're going to do and applying the frame data, most people can't do that.
Right.
This is why I beat so many people with relative ease. It's not because I'm a great player or anything. That has nothing to do with it. It's just experience. And being able to apply what I've learned through countless situations, being in the same situation so many times. It's like fighting a Kazuya player and I know they're low on life, right? Or let's say I beat a Kazuya player 2 rounds and they haven't hell sweep. The hell sweeps are coming out this round. They're coming out. He needs the momentum.
Right.
So now I'm being extra cautious of that hell sweep. So instead of like, if I know he's closing in close, either I'm going to jab to neutralize the hell sweep because that's what it does. It doesn't high crush. Or I'm going to be very wary of my sidestep. I'm going to keep sidestepping him to his left so I can catch it. Not just randomly sidestepping, like when he closes in, timing his hell sweep and sidestepping accordingly, you can sidestep it every time, even double gens. And I was surprised when I did. I'm like, oh, you can. It's I was sidestepping at the wrong time. But it comes with experience. It has nothing to do with how good I can do combos. It has nothing to do with how good I can clean and backdash. That has nothing to do with it at all. It's good to have it, but that's not what my gameplay is about. My gameplay is about reading you. Red can't do that. And the average player can't do that. This is why I tell people, like, you think you're good until you find somebody that actually knows how to play the game. There's the game, and then there's the actual game. Most people get stuck at playing Tekken 7. They don't get to the higher level of, oh, the mind game. I'm playing Zilla. I'm not playing the character. I know what the character does. If I play Dragunov, I know what Dragunov does. I know the game plan. Running 2, down 2, back 1+2 is frame traps, command grabs. I know the game plan. Stay in close, harass me with forward 2, make me second guess my defense, down 2 to harass me. I get that.
Right.
The high level part is playing you and understand when you're going to do these moves and knowing how to counteract them at the right time. That's the high level part. People don't understand what the fuck a high level is. They wonder why they always get beat out in the same situation because you have the same timing. Timing is everything, and people don't understand that. And Red doesn't get that. I'm like, you have the same timing for everything. Everybody knows what you're going to do before you even do it.
While standing, duck while standing 2.
Red's getting his ass whooped, duck while standing 2. It's coming. Just wait on it. It might not happen right then, but it's coming. So if you're alert for it, you know what's coming. Like, oh, he does while standing 2, and then I'll launch his ass. Or it's just like he has the same pattern when he plays off down back 3 into down 4-3. That's dangerous to do. It's cool to do it every once in a while, But if they just happen to duck that low, you don't even have the low parry. Low parry is the bad thing to do with that low. You want to duck it because second is the high.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the air.
Right.
Red doesn't think about that, and that's why, again, like you said before, I really hate when he criticizes players. I'm like, you have no idea what a high-level player is.
At all.
When it comes to high-level play, it can really be a difference of who's having a good day and who's not.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much difference between a Tekken God and a Tekken God Omega. If you can really hit Tekken God, you should be able to hit Omega. To be honest, it's literally the smallest difference.
Right.
But there's a huge difference between a mighty ruler and a Tekken God. It's a massive difference.
But he doesn't want to understand that.
It's just like the argument when people say it's like somebody asks me who's better, Neo or Arslan Ash. I'm like, it depends on the day. It literally, to me, depends on the fucking day.
Right.
Now, if you ask me who's better, the main man suite of Arslan Ash, well, of course Arslan Ash. He's the better player, all around. But when you look at Neo and you look at a player like Arslan Ash, they're so high.
You don't really know.
You can't just coin flip and say, well, this player is better than this player. I'm like, which one can do more than others? The only thing I would edge out to Neo is the fact that he could play the entire roster at a high level.
Right.
The only problem with that, and nobody ever mentions that, that means he's a master of no character.
Mm-hmm.
Arslan Ash plays a select few characters, but he masters these characters. So when you look at it like that, I'm like, well, who's having a good day? Who's on point today? Who can read who faster? That's what it boils down to. At skill level wise, they're literally the same. Skill level wise, they're the same. It's literally about who's reading who faster. But Red doesn't even read his opponents. He just throws some shit out there. He's going to duck you. I'm like, he just happened to randomly duck at that one time. You did not know. Because that same situation happens again, you still get hit.
Bro, you should have seen. So, this is prime example when I was playing Heihachi against who was I playing against? I think I was playing Heihachi against his Dragunov.
You beat his ass. I saw it. I'm like, yeah, this is what you need to do. Just whoop his ass. Don't give him no chance to play. Whoop his ass.
Mm-hmm. All I did was 4-4. That's it. Forward 4.
That move is broken with Heihachi. I love that move so much.
It is broken, but you can do it. Like it's minus. It's not minus on block. It's plus on block, but
it's plus
the startup. Yeah, it's plus 4. But the startup frames, you can jab.
It's 20. It's 20.
It's 20 frames. Yeah, you can jab. And he didn't know that. He just stood there and let me do like forward 4 8 times and got counter hit by it one time.
See, me, I would do the same thing. I would just block it. The reason being is I don't want to take a chance and you just happen to do, let's say, 4-3.
Right.
Not even, well, he was at the wall, so yeah, that's going to wall split. But 4-3 counter hit. I go for a jab and you do a high crushing move like I'll say down back 2 or this. I just don't want to. I'd rather just try to step and block.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the crazy thing: what most Tekken players don't know is if a Kazuya player or Heihachi player is playing on the left side, forward 4 is broken. You can't step.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it puts you in crouch, you can only sidestep one way. And what you do is you sidestep to his strong side instead of his weak side. So you end up sidestepping to the right instead of the left. And it just traps you. This is why if you ever play a Kazuya player or a Heihachi player in a tournament, you better fight for the right to get the left side. That move becomes broken. And again, like another reason why I don't touch it, because what if you just do an electric? That's my ass.
True.
So I'll just take my chances with blocking. But most people don't believe in the block button. Red definitely doesn't believe in the block button. He like, you never block. I'm like, you never block either.
All unnatural, you learning Raven. I'm not really learning her, I'm just seeing what she does. Yeah. I already know how to use Raven, I just don't want to play her. I don't like her. But yeah, no.
I don't want to beat Red's ass, bro. Like, I just can't get around it. I just want to fight him in real life. I really do.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll get your opportunity. You can't really come to the locals here, which is sad, but he did it to himself.
I mean, like, just give me 3 rounds, bro. That's all I want, bro. Because I feel like Red is one of those people. Like, there are people in life you just have to beat sense into them. Like, I realize that for my kind of intellect, there's no point in me arguing with certain people because all I'm gonna do is just make myself angry. He is one of those people. He will make me so angry to the point where I want to physically hurt
him. That's pretty much anybody. Like, if you genuinely know Red, you already want to hurt him.
Falcon too, like because he tried to use that thing the other day when he talked about so you want to fight a 17-year-old or 18-year-old kid. I'm like, but didn't you do that to Soul Edge? Didn't you do that to Falcon when y'all was beefing? So it's only okay when you do it, but he's allowed to disrespect me with no repercussions. Didn't you get mad at Azariah because she beat you one time in the video game and start calling her all kinds of bitches and motherfuckers?
The whole time.
That's the problem that I'm guessing you another problem you have raised. It's only okay when he does it.
That's yep. When he plugs, it's like it's justified. But let me disconnect from a match. Have a decent. He about to try to post a video. What you call it? A tweet and. Nigga, alright, bro.
Well, the crazy thing about that is, I have like literally felt like hours of stock footage of this nigga race shooting on me.
Yeah, I do too.
The thing about it is, he used the excuse that I only play people I respect, right?
Mhm.
That's dumb as hell. Like, that's not an excuse for plugging. If you don't want to play them, then just finish your set, play your 2 games, and leave. And the biggest thing I hate, I just thought about it because we was talking about actually playing people. If you want people to shut the fuck up about your Tekken skill, beat me, beat Zilla, beat Soul Edge. Tenez is iffy because Tenez be getting smoked, but Tenez be getting smoked, bro. But he's rusty. He rusty, bro. I'll give him a pass. He hasn't really been playing like that. He's rusty.
He got smoked.
But even rusty, he could beat his ass. Well, that's true. He plays Red with way too much respect.
Yeah.
But whoop our ass. Whoop all these people ass that give you shit. The only time he will fight somebody that talks shit to him if they're a low rank. He'll be quick to fight Zeku.
Oh yeah. Best believe he'll be quick to fight Zeku.
He'll be quick to fight on God's level.
Mhm. People he knows he can beat pretty much.
But if you mention Zilla, you see that Tekken guy Prime on there. Oh my God, I can't fight him. Oh, you're a Prime. Why don't you fight other Primes? I'm like, when you start hitting the God ranks, there's really nowhere left to go.
He doesn't understand that because you've never been there. You wouldn't. You know, you don't really.
Like I always tell people, the only reason why I won't promote past God, I'm like, I just don't feel like playing all these goddamn matches. Right. I just don't. If I had the time for it, sure, but I just don't. I'm not the main man Swede or Cuddlecore, all these people that they get paid to do this. I don't get paid to do this. I have a 9 to 5. I'm like, here's the thing. Tekken God Omega is 3 ranks of yes, 3 ranks away from Tekken God. Tekken God Prime is 2 ranks away from Tekken God. True Tekken God is 1 rank away from Tekken God. There's not much room for me to go. I don't pretty much hit the ceiling. Once you hit the God ranks, you don't pretty much hit the ceilings. If you want to call it quits after God, fine. I wouldn't fault you for that. But but you never fight God players, bro. He never fights them.
He's beaten 1 since being on fucking in a ranked match. He's only beaten 1, and that's that fucking Xiaoyu player. Can't remember the name for the life of me. I'm not even gonna try to remember the name, but that's the only person he's beaten, and that was 2 seasons ago. That was a God rank. And that's actually given him a good match, you know, a reason to try because it's ranked, and you know, Red boosted to Tekken King, Tekken God. So
the man boosted True Tekken God.
Mhm.
And then demoted himself all the way back down to try to prove a point. I'm like, the damage is done now.
Yep.
But I be trying to tell Red, even at, I'll even say it fucking Emperor and Tekken King, like, for the most part, there's not much more to go, but, like, I just hit the God ranks out of boredom. But I would have stayed the Emperor because that's my favorite rank, that's why I love Kazuya. I'm like, this is my favorite character, and the Emperor emblem has his fist on there. I'm like, he's staying there.
Right. He's not. Like I said, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want. He's not gonna fight anybody. That's really his rank. He's not gonna do that. He's
well,
not
of
gonna.
Course not. A real Emperor will beat shit out of Red.
Mm-hmm. Or he'll just get sniped by fucking me and take that shit.
It's, I don't understand. Why does he fear the God rank so much? You're literally 2 ranks away from God.
Mm-hmm.
And if you hit God rank, you're only 3 ranks away from the highest rank in the game.
Right.
You're literally at Emperor. You're at the threshold of the top of the tier list. You got to think about it. Out of all the Tekken people that play Tekken, PS4 Tekken, there's not too many Emperors.
There's not.
There's not too many Tekken gods and up. Most of the people you're gonna fight are like Suzaku's and Mighty Rulers, reds and purple ranks, and maybe a chunk of blue. But once you hit that purple threshold of Emperor, you are at the top. You're starting to hit the top.
Mm-hmm.
But he never wants to fight these people. I'm like, Tekken King, from Emperor to Tekken King, since I got there, it's not really that hard. As a matter of fact, it's actually a walk in the park.
It is. It's just like getting. Literally, it's just like getting Emperor. It's all you're doing.
And getting Tekken God was just like getting Tekken King. I'm like, well, there I go. I'll say there's a little struggle in the God ranks, because I did play a few God matches. And I'm like, well, it's a little struggle here, but it's not something that's insurmountable. It's like it's not undoable. It's just long as shit, because especially if you're playing somebody good, it's going to go back and forth for hours. I don't want to do that. And then if you don't fight somebody that's not going on for hours and going back and forth, you either find somebody that's going to, after they start losing a couple of games, they're leaving. Because when you get the Tekken God rank, you have a lot of games to lose before you get demoted. I think you got about like almost 8 to 10 games before you truly get demoted.
Mm-hmm.
But it still takes 8 to 10 games to actually get there. So.
Yeah. It's tiring, bro. It's tiring, bro. And I literally only do it because I don't even know why I do it. I don't.
Out of boredom.
That's probably what it is. Like, I don't like this game, bro. I don't. Like, I'm not gonna lie. For as much as I play this game, I really don't like it.
No, I feel it. People say, well, you hate Tekken 7, but you play it so much. I'm like, look, I don't build a reputation off this fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
I really have. Nobody knew who the fuck I was in Tag 2. People know who I am for this game.
Right.
I play it for my audience. I don't play it because I love the game. I play it for my audience. I mean, I have my enjoyable moments, but I mostly play it for my audience. But Red, he is so terrible. I don't understand why he's so terrified. You see Tekken God Prime, you should be like, this is a chance for me to prove myself. I'm not saying be ultra sweaty or anything, but this is a chance to prove that I'm not a fucking booster or a cheater or scared.
Right. But that's never gonna happen. He's gonna see me. He's gonna panic. Why is Zilla always sniping me? Like, just beat me. You just beat me.
My old motto for this, when I used to talk about ranked match, when I used to play, when I was at the lower ranks myself, when I was at Maru, I'm like, I would keep playing the Tekken. I'm like, here's the thing, I'm going to have to fight these people anyway if I keep going up.
Right.
So I might as well get it out the way down and know what the fuck I'm fighting, so I can have a better opportunity when I get up there. And here's the thing, if you're a Tekken God, even if you're a Tekken God, you start off at Suzaku anyway, you start off damn near purple ranks. If you're a Prime, you start off at purple ranks.
That's all he wants. All he wants to fight are purple ranks. You really think he's gonna want to step straight into purple Fujin ranks?
I would love to.
He's not gonna do that, bro. The second he steps into the Fujin ranks, that's when everybody's stream sniping him, quote unquote.
Well, that's where all the gods and the primes are.
Exactly.
And the omegas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bullshit characters, cause I know most of the time I'm in the Fujin and blue ranks. Those are bullshit characters. I just play them just for fun.
Yeah.
Like, cause I'm waiting on Red. Cause I'm like, bro, cause he was getting mad. It was the other day, and I was like, he challenged me. I'm like, Red, why are you challenging me knowing that how this is gonna end? You're gonna lose badly.
I saw that.
And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, let's put some money on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, you coordinate him. He has more money than everybody, and we all live with our mom and dad. Put some money on it, right?
Right.
He said no. I'm like, all right, fuck it, put your rank on it. I got Emperors to spare. That's nothing for me. And I don't care about rank to begin with. So, if you're really that confident, I'll put my Emperor Kazuya on the line. Since it's my favorite character with my favorite rank, I'll put that on the line. I know you're not going to beat me, but I'll put Gigas on the line because I don't want to change Kazuya's rank. I'll put Gigas on the line. We can deathmatch. If you win, here's the thing. If you're so confident you can beat me, you get to be a legit Tekken King.
Right.
If you lose, you get demoted back down to Ryujin, and since you're so good, you can get it back, right? It's no problem. It's just Emperor. You got 2 of them.
Falcon just messaged me once again. That's cool.
That man wants attention so bad, bro.
He does. I texted his mom today.
Bro, just go ahead and smash his mom, bro.
No, I told her, pretty much all I sent her was, if your son wants to keep being racist, we can set up a boxing match, a legal match.
Bro,
That white
he don't want that issue.
That white privilege got them shook, though.
I just find it really odd with this character. Red is he wants to retire the character because I remember the first time he got lauded and he said, "I'm retiring this character. I will never play Lily again in ranked." I'm like, why? What, you think that's your threshold? Like, what if I would have stopped? Because I remember I sparked him to get Emperor with fucking Law.
Right.
And every time he looks at my rank, he says, "You're a Tekken guy. Why are you fucking with people like me?" I'm like, look, I've been playing this solid for years. It's not like I've just started playing like this. The rank doesn't validate me. I validate the rank.
Listen, rank's always gonna mean more to Red than anything, bro. He doesn't want to get better at the game. He just tells people that lie. When he feels like going for Tekken God or whatever, he's gonna get demoted, and that's when he's gonna
want to go for Tekken God because the longer I have it, the more he's gonna want it.
Yep.
Because he has to prove that he's a good player. Because a lot of people shit on the rank Emperor. Emperor is not a easy rank to get for the average player. A lot of people try to think that everybody's like them. So for me, yeah, Emperor will be pretty. It's not that hard for me to get.
Right.
But for the average player, yeah, that's monumental. It's just like me saying that, oh man, yeah, you're a divine ruler in season 4, you're trash. I'm like, no, that's probably not the case. It's just it's hard for him to get because he's just not at my level. Just because I'm a good player doesn't mean that you're by default trash. In Red case, that's the truth. You're by default you're trash. But in most players' case, I'm just happen to be better because I have more experience. Red has been playing this game for 7+ years and he's still ass. Why do he picks on Fujin? Here's the thing: he gets a character Fujin, stop playing. I'm like, that's when it starts to get good.
Hold on, let me interrupt you real quick. I just wanted to say this, and then we can finish talking. That yeah, your mother may have blocked me, but I'm emailing all your clips to her job and to your father's job. So let's see how they feel about that.
Or just send it to their actual bosses.
What's up?
You can send it to their bosses.
Oh yeah, I actually have both the emails right here.
Wait, is Falcon in your actual chat?
No, he's not in my chat. He just messaged me on PlayStation.
But why PlayStation though?
I don't know.
See, what all natural saying is the thing I'll be talking about, the whole rank shaming thing. Yeah, there's a rank inflation, and like people always say rank is easy to get. Nigga, you've been playing the game since it came out. Of course, it should be easy for you.
Right.
If it's not, there's a problem. But back to what I was saying about Red, I'm like, bro, like Fuji's when it actually started to get good. That's when you start to see if you actually solid with the character or not. If you start struggling with Fujin, then you need some work on the character. You should be able to breeze to Yatsu with relative ease.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. You might run into some actual players along the way. You might. That's the only time I'll say if you're struggling at blue ranks, I'll get it because now you're fighting your actual level. So if you're fighting somebody that y'all are both playing alternate characters, but he's a Tekken God Prime and you're a Tekken God, well, that's totally fair. Y'all the same rank. Y'all in the same rank realm. But if you're struggling against legit Fujins and you're an Emperor, that's a red flag.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of red flag, that boy OG Pancake's back.
Yeah, the dude he called police on. That's my boy.
He in my chat right now. Yeah, he called police on me and fucking sad, bro. And the crazy thing is, Falcon could be racist, you know, but it's like all that shit's gonna catch up to him.
The ass was gonna catch up to him. You keep playing with people.
Yeah, the ass whooping is gonna catch up to him. That's a promise.
See, Red, like I tell people, Red has that energy that just makes you want to fuck with him. He just does.
Right.
Like you might be not wanting to fuck with him that day. You like, I'm chilling. I'm just on the game, relaxing, whatever. And then he just starts spewing some stupid shit out his mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, you know what? Now I gotta ruin his day. Now I have to. Like I didn't want to. I was chilling. Now I gotta fuck with you. Cause I do that shit when I see him start talking bad to low ranks. Now I gotta snipe him. I gotta put him back in his place again, so I can remind you where you're at.
But bro, that's the only reason why I snipe him now. Is when he does start going off on low ranks, it's just like, all right, you gotta get sniped now.
Oh man, y'all always goddamn cherry picking me. You're always cherry picking low ranks.
Literally always.
And then trying to tell them how to play the game. I'll remember it like it was yesterday when before I let him know what this account was.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't know it was me, and I was fighting this Miguel and whooping his ass. And he got demoted. He said, man, Molo way better than this. I'm like, nigga. You're getting hit by double flip kicks. This is really bad. You banged this character, and you're getting hit by junkyards.
But, I don't know.
He says he knows my playstyle, but you couldn't tell that was me?
Bro, he says he knows everyone's playstyle. Literally, bro. He knows everyone's playstyle apparently.
I mean, he been fighting the same niggas for 5 years. I would hope you know.
The crazy thing is, bro, he'll never tell anyone this, but my girl beat his ass in Tekken before.
I mean, ain't no shame in losing to a girl. I mean, shit, they just as qualified as us to play the damn thing.
Nigga, she barely plays the game.
Well, he's ass.
Like literally, bro, she won't get past like Vanquisher.
I mean, as much as shit as I gave Akumu back in the day, I have to give him this, man. I can tell that nigga is not scared to fight. He will play.
Mm-hmm.
I might give him shit for his personality, but as far as a player, I respect him. I'm like, look, this nigga he don't even entertain low-ranking players. Like, if you are low rank, he don't want to play you
At all. He wants to play like everybody that's good. Trust me. I'm in one of the group chats. He wants no parts of anybody who sucks.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he really wants to fight either Tekken God or Tekken God Prime and higher. If you're not even in the God ranks, he won't even look your way.
Yep.
I can respect that. I mean, he's a competitive player. He wants the best competition around you. I'm a casual. I openly say it. I'm a casual. I just happen to. You could be. Here's the thing. When I say casual, most people think you're. Well, if you're a casual, you must suck at the game. Like, no, you don't have to. You could be a casual and be good.
Right.
That's why, like I should have apologized to him, like, cause it is true. That nigga is too broke to do the money match. He is running from Tekken and going to Soul Calibur. It's true.
Yeah, people try to make fun of Akumu for that little rant, but it's just like that nigga was preaching. He might say some weird shit, but
no, that nigga definitely said some weird shit. How big are your titties?
Yeah.
How big are your titties? That shit was funny.
That shit was funny, but it's just like Red put you in that place where
I can understand Akumu's anger. Like I could see why he got so fucking mad. Like, he don't know when to shut the fuck up. You talk all this shit on Tekken, but go hide the Soul Calibur when shit get real. When niggas after your ass and you got. And here's the thing: why would you shit talk to Akumu knowing that he knows all the good players, knowing that you can't hold your own
at all?
So you piss him off, you will never have a good time on rank ever.
And that nigga has a rank for every character.
It's not just him; his boys will come get you.
I'm bad enough. And
You can't even handle me.
I'm not even like, I'm probably not even top 5 in the group he's in right now. We're in right now. Top 10.
You can't even handle me, and I just play this game for shits and giggles. God forbid if I ever took it seriously again.
No. Red's a sad case. For someone who's playing the game for over 10 years, for over 12 hours a day.
Bro, he be hyping himself up and dodging the smoke, bro. I'm like, you can't dodge the smoke, bro. You don't understand, like, back in the earlier seasons, bro, I fought all of Akumu's friends, bro. I fought them all.
Waylo. I remember Waylo. Waylo Joestar.
He's good. He's annoying, but he's good. Definitely good. Waylo's good.
Odell.
Blaze Monsoon. I fought Odell a couple of days ago. That nigga's annoyingly good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was literally getting, I'm like, nigga, press a fucking button, nigga. Just do something stupid so I can kill you already. Like, nigga, you only got one pick. Just die. Die, please.
No, Odell barely mashes. And when you do, you really have to catch Odell mashing.
Yeah, he plays like me. I'm like, press a fucking button, bro. We both can't be sitting here jockeying for position the entire match. Like, but he's good though. He's solid. Akumu, whether I dislike him or not, he's solid as shit. Blaze Monsoon, the Lucky Chloe player, he's solid. He's solid.
Nah, Blaze, I'm not gonna. Blaze is my boy, but he's ass. Respect.
He's nice.
Yeah.
Compared to the people he hangs around, he's ass. If he plays the average player, he's mopping them. Yazanagi, that I'm sorry, that man is but
He's ass.
he's a nice guy.
But Akuma doesn't even surround himself with Nagi and Blaze and.
Yeah, because he thought he considered them ass, so he doesn't hang around them anymore.
Yep.
Akumu don't hang around me because he doesn't like me. That's fair.
But here's the difference though. Akuma almost puts almost the same amount of time in, but Akuma puts a lot of time in the game.
He puts more time in than I ever will in this damn game.
He's won tournaments. He won KIT. He won KIT.
Yeah, I heard about that. And I'm like, congratulations.
He won KIT. He won majority of the online tournaments. So it's like
he dominates the PS4 scene. The PC scene is totally different, but the PS4 scene, he dominates it. He is probably the best player on PS4, hands down.
He is the best player on PS4, but he could be the best player on PC.
I don't know. He got some real stiff competition. You got to deal with the likes of Cuddlecore, Lil Majin, and all of them.
Yeah, but he's on their level. Realistically,
I'm not saying he's not on their level, but I'm just saying he lacks the experience. These people have decades of it. Well, besides people like Cuddlecore, these people have decades of experience over this man.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. When the skill level is exactly the same, the only thing that really matters is experience.
But the thing is, Akuma put all this time in, and he has something to show for it.
Oh, most definitely.
Red puts all this time in, and there's nothing to show for it. Not even Soul Calibur.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Because I didn't want to go to Akuma, I've said, like, shit, I can't let all this knowledge that I learned over all these years go to waste, so I just teach it.
Right.
Maybe somebody else can do something with it.
Yep. But it's just
I don't want to be a pro Tekken player. I just don't. It's not fun for me. I'll put it like that. I'm competitive as hell, but the scene rubs me the wrong way. I don't like it.
I could feel that.
So I'm like, well, you know, I done learned all these things over these years. Like, I'll say I'm a better coach than I am a player.
Right. I feel that.
Like, so I'm like, shit, I might as well go ahead and teach people. It's not like I suck at the game. I can definitely whoop ass, but I'm like, whatever.
You're just not interested.
I went the majors. I went the locals. What else is there for me to do? I done did it all. I just didn't win any majors, but I went the majors. I won a local here and there. What else is there for me to do?
Right.
I won a few online tournaments, but I don't really consider that's like another day of rank for me. Like, what else is there for me to do? The only thing left for me to do is that crossroad. Either I take the Akumu route and try to go pro, but I'm 27 years old. I don't want to do that anymore. Or I could be a content creator and teach.
You can't go wrong with that because it's really fun teaching the game.
Exactly, I have fun doing that.
And if
Akumu is a good teacher, but he's a better player than he's a teacher. He's a phenomenal player. He's an okay teacher. I'm a good player. I'm a phenomenal teacher.
No, the thing about Akumu is he's a harsh teacher. He's gonna beat your ass, and that's the lesson.
Me, I will tell you where you make a mistake as I'm playing. I'm like, all right, you could did this here. I mean, I could do the Akumu route and just keep kicking your ass over and over again. But like, let's say I'm trying to teach a mighty rule or something, right? I would tell him, don't play me because there's nothing you're gonna learn here. Because everything I'm gonna tell you goes over your head. I'm gonna give you small nuggets of advice first, and I want you to implement this first, and then come back.
Right.
Beat people at your level, and then come back, and then slowly keep progressing. That way, the things I teach you actually stick. I tried that with Red. I'm like, look. Me playing you right now, if I keep playing you, you're going to keep losing. You're going to get frustrated, and now you're not going to want to play anymore. Right? So I want you to go play somebody that's lower ranked than you. Try these principles, because you're not going to do what I tell you and learn off of a dime. It takes practice to do this. The reason why I can do it is because it's my play style. That's what I've built myself off of. So it's nothing for me to implement these things. I do it on a regular basis. You, on the other hand, you've been playing a entirely different way. So I have to break your whole play style down and start it from new. You've been Korean backdashing the wrong way. Your placement and moves are wrong. Your spacing is terrible. Your offensive pressure is bad. It's so many things that I can work on with a player at one time. So I just all right. Let's start with the basic thing. Let's start with your offensive pressure. The ranks you are now, movement is not going to be that much of a factor. Y'all both can't move off the fuck. So let's working on your jab pressure, your down forward ones, your homing, when to use homing moves. Let's forget about the combos. Throw the combos out the window because you aren't going to need these right now.
Right.
Just do basic combos that get you the damage that you need to get. So start off with some basic combos. You know, work on the actual fundamentals of the game and like work on your side stepping a little bit. Then work on some defense and learning how to step cancel, how to dash cancel, how to back dash cancel correctly. How to option select or fuzzy guard things, how to twitch duck, all these things that I can incorporate into a player, but I have to start from scratch. You're not going to pick all that shit up in one day and start fighting Tekken God Primes and whooping that. That's not how that works. Like I tell everybody who tries to learn from him, like there's no shortcut to getting good at this game. There's no shortcut to it. You can cheese people, but cheese only works for so long until they figure it out. Cheese even works against good players until they figure it out. Once the good players figure out the cheese, you done lost. It's over with now because you have nothing else to back you up, and now you're scared. What you gonna do now?
You can't do shit.
Exactly. So that's why I tell people, when people hate like coming to me for advice, I'm like, you gonna have to break your old habits because your old habits aren't working. And if your old habits worked, you wouldn't be asking me for advice. You wouldn't be looking at these videos. That's the thing that I like about Akumu. Rather, again, like I said, whether I dislike him or not as a person, as a player, he earned my respect. I'm like, his advice is credible because he has shown you through his own results that it works.
Right.
I can show you through my own results in gameplay that it works. So a lot of people are very iffy about me until they play me. Like, you get your ass beat. Don't get it confused because I take it easy on the game and I lose like purple ranks. If I get serious, you're gonna lose. Like you call me, I'm the sweaty that's not sweaty. Which I don't get.
Let me just answer chat real quick. Snake fan, what are you doing on Raven? I'm just bullshitting around. Don't worry about it, Snake. Don't get paranoid, bro. Don't get paranoid on me.
That's another person that guy is definitely scared of.
Snake Fang is good, but I'll bust Snake Fang ass.
No, Snake Fang scares the shit out of Red. If he sees that prime rank, he's going into fucking cardiac arrest. Matter of fact, it's not even a player itself. It's that the player is what gets me alert, not the rank. I don't give a fuck about the rank. It's the player itself. When Red sees that goddamn Tekken God Prime or that Tekken God or that True Tekken God, oh my god, they keep playing me. Clearly, it's a guy from the Discord. You don't understand that most of that troll Discord are not even blue ranks.
For all first dance. Maybe one brawler here, but
Most of them dudes are hard stuck in purple ranks at the most.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Zeku, I'm not... if you want to run a lobby, I guess I'll make a lobby. I wasn't really planning on playing Tekken tonight. I just needed to, you know...
Get it out.
Yeah.
There's no greater way of getting it out than actually punching him in the face, I promise you. That's
I know,
no greater
trust
feeling
me.
in the world.
But clearly I can't do that. We already know how that went down last time. So, that's kind of out the window. Sadly.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna run.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I wish Akumu the best in his future endeavors in Tekken. Even though the only reason why we really had beef from the beginning is because of the difference of opinion, but it happens. And I have to realize I'm a lot older than him too.
Right.
So a lot of things that he's gonna go through in life I already done been through. So I already know how it's gonna turn out, but he's hard-headed, and that's manly nature. We're hard-headed by nature, so we want to figure shit out for ourselves. We don't want somebody to tell us everything. So he'll get it. He'll get it. But I wish him the best. Like at the rate he's going, like the only thing that's stopping him right now from being like a top tier like YouTuber or whatever is just he just doesn't have the clout.
I mean, he's getting up there. His Twitch has been building like crazy.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it. His Twitch is building like he banned me. I'm like, dude, I didn't even click this shit. It was on my recommended.
Like, it was already banned before you can even say anything.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was gonna click off. Look, I'm not gonna come bother you if I know you don't like me.
Right.
I clicked the damn thing, and next thing you know, oh, this nigga did my shit. I'm like, bro, trust me, I was gonna go click the other guy because I follow K-Wiz and the main man Sweet and a few others on Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna, since I follow Tekken channels, more Tekken content is gonna appear up on my recommended. So I just clicked some shit, and I'm like, oh well, cool, he's streaming, good for him. I think he was playing Miguel or some shit. I'm like, well, more power to him. I'm gonna go on about my day. But yeah, he started talking crazy. I'm like, maybe he still has some animosity because I posted that video of him. But he did that to himself. If you would have left me the fuck alone, none of this would have ever happened.
Right, y'all. I feel like y'all beef was just kind of petty. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a dick measuring contest. That's all it was.
Mm.
Like, because I hate when people try to control the narrative. This is the same reason why I got on not Frost Crash, but Falcon's ass. I'm like, look, stay out of it. This has nothing to do with you. You're inserting yourself into something that has nothing to do with you, so you get clowned. And I guess Akumu thought I was like Red in this. I'm like, I'm nothing like Red in the slightest.
Right.
So I'm like, bro, you know damn well as anybody, ain't shit sweet over here in Texas. Every time you tried it, you struggle like a motherfucker. You might win. I'll win some, he'll win some. But he beat me majority of the time. I'm not gonna pour the red. I beat you as many times you beat. No, that's a lie. But he knows shit ain't sweet over here.
I feel that.
So, like, I'm not gonna let you try me either. Like, he like, man, and you Jewish girl think he better. I'm like, I don't think I'm better than anybody. I give people their props. All the time. Whether I like you or not. So it was just a dick measuring contest, but I had to let him know, like, no, you're not finna come to me like you come to these other niggas. You ain't finna just be yelling and fussing at me. That's not how that works. And you're not finna try to sun me either when I'm older than you.
Right.
But overall, I feel like he's an alright guy. I mean, his match is okay, but the only thing I got on him about is you have to practice what you preach. You can't be talking about how we gonna bring the community together and you talk, and then the next second, bro, the community is so toxic and this, that, and third. I'm like, look. You gonna either be one or the other. Either you gonna unify the community and be the poster boy, or you gonna be a Kumu. Which one you gonna be?
Nah, but on a serious note, I hope y'all work it out.
I'm willing to. All he has to do is just hit me up. I'm like, I ain't got no problem with you. And if he never wants to talk to me again, I'm like, cool, I'm not gonna beg you for it. I'm like, just look, if you ever want to speak to me, I'm here. It's not like I'm gonna cut you. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta make another video. No, it's not that deep.
Right.
If you ever want to run a set with me, just because, I'm more than willing to do it, or whatever. It doesn't matter.
That's respect. As long as you're willing to, like, you know, drop the shit, that's what's up.
Dude, I'm always willing to drop the shit. It's like, no, I tell people keep it up with me. I done been dropped it. I don't care. I don't hold grudges. You should know that by dealing with me. Like, the first time we ever met, when you was playing Julie and I was playing whatever, and I was bitching because, like, I couldn't fight the character. I was winning some and losing some, and I'm like, the fact that I'm losing to this character, and then we played our matches, we played Dragon Off, and I played off about who the fuck I was playing. After that, I didn't give a shit anymore. We done hashed it out. I don't care.
Right.
Nigga, that shit, the shit that happened between me and Akuma, that shit happened years ago. You think I'm still worried about that? It's just like Red. The only reason why people still go on Red, niggas been dropped the shit. He keeps going.
All the time, too. Yeah, I mentioned all the time.
It's like he's addicted to the shit. And if you say he's addicted to it, like, man, no, they just keep fucking with him. Like, they fuck with you for a reason. Okay, it's just like this. It's just like this. With the whole Kumo situation, right? It'll be different, right? If he left me the fuck alone, and I go out my way to bother this nigga. We made it where I don't bother him, he doesn't bother me. We ain't gotta be friends, we ain't gotta be enemies. We just stay the fuck away from each other.
Right.
That's fine. Red could do the same thing. Y'all two ain't gotta be enemies. Y'all ain't gotta be friends. Just stay the fuck away from each other. And respectively keep each other's name out of each other's mouth.
Here's the thing, though. I won't even be making these streams. You see, I didn't stream in like days. You know, I might have did some petty stream last night the other day. But like other than that, I haven't had like a rant stream in him in a few days. Just because I wanted to see what he was gonna say. You know, I wanted to see him tell his half, and he just refused to tell the truth. So it's just like,
he's not gonna do that.
Wait, I gotta do it.
Here's the thing, if he was humble enough to say, yeah, they did some fucked up shit, but I did some fucked up shit too, that'd be different. That's growth right there. Like, it's just like, again, the me and Akuma situation. I'm not gonna act like I was an angel in that shit. I wasn't. Talking mad shit. We're grown men that's gonna talk mad shit. The only thing I'll criticize myself for is I'm the older adult, so I should have handled it and just left me the fuck alone.
Right.
But other than that, we're two adults that's gonna talk shit. But I proved my point at the tournament when I fought because I really didn't have a problem with Akuma. I had a problem with his friend. And after I bust his ass, I have nothing else to talk about. Like, you lost. Okay, cool, whatever. We can be cool or whatever. I don't hold on to grudges. And I wish most men would stop doing it. Stop holding on to fucking petty ass grudges over fucking Tekken.
Right. To be honest though, I was gonna this stream I was gonna give like a. It sounds dumb, and I don't even know why. But I feel bad for it, including Amanda in the shit. So I was just like gonna offer her a little apology, but. Right.
I tried apologizing to Amanda, but like. If I apologize to you and I talk about your husband or boyfriend or whatever, and you keep including yourself into it, and you start talking shit too, right. I have no other choice but to defend myself.
Well, here's the thing. This was a while ago when I spoke to Amanda before. She said she understands.
She's smart. She's not stupid.
And that's why, like, you know, I felt bad. It's just like, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but you're catching backlash for doing what you're supposed to be doing. But you're gonna keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, which I gotta respect.
That's what he got a ride of that chick, bro. I mean, he doesn't understand what he got until Amanda actually wakes up, if she ever wakes up and leaves him.
I don't think she's ever gonna do that though.
He just needs to, bro. With the red, he just needs to run the set or shut the fuck up. That's all it is to it.
Hey, bro, it's not even a set at this point. It's just like, just apologize for.
And change his attitude. Like, change your fucking attitude.
There you go.
Like, that's why I told Red, don't apologize to me if you're gonna keep doing the same shit. That's a half-assed apology.
Yep. And the thing is, he'll apologize 24 hours later. Same shit. Just
like, man, Chill Scrub ain't never defended me. Literally goes in a fucking troll chat with 40 niggas on your head, and I'm like, bro. Why? I'm like, literally trying to get you out of there to save you. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
The crazy thing is, he forgot that you were literally defending him for me.
I told him, I had to apologize to you. I'm like, bro, I like a complete dickhead. Cause I remember like it was yesterday. We was on me and Sitch and the rest of us who was on Uncharted 4, and Red was playing Tekken, and you hopped in, and you was watching the stream. And I remember exactly what I said. I'm like, bro, goddamn, bro, you always on this nigga head, bro, shit. And he over there laughing and giggling then, cause I'm helping him. But I'm like, you do. I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, I should probably stay out of this because it really ain't got shit to do with me. But he's my boy at the time, so I'm like, I can't let my boy go out like that. Because when Akuma was beefing with him the first time, I stepped in.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, every time somebody's on your head that's bigger and stronger than you, I end up getting the blunt of, I end up like having to fight these niggas. I end up fighting Akuma, not you. You didn't fight this nigga. I end up fighting Zilla. You didn't fight him. I end up beating Falcon's ass on stream. You didn't.
That's the crazy thing, and that's the crazy thing too. He'll never fight his fights, and he's doing the same thing again with Falcon. Like every time I argue with him over Tekken, he's like, "But you can't beat Falcon though. But you can't beat Falcon though." It's just like that has nothing to do with Falcon.
Bro, everybody has beat Falcon. I'm not saying Falcon is bad, but everybody has beaten him.
He's not hard to beat. That's the thing.
I just spaced him out. I just spaced him out and just waited for him to do something stupid.
That's because he's gonna do some stupid shit. Like, Falcon's really not hard to beat. He's not.
He's too anxious to get the big hit.
Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, like even though he earned this rank, and I don't want to say earned, because he plugged in.
He finessed his way to the rank.
Yeah, but it's just like Falcon's beat high level players. He has.
Of course.
I'm not gonna hold that.
I'm not gonna take it away from him.
Yeah, but it's just like you're not that good for people to be like, well, you can't beat Falcon though. It's just like.
It's just like somebody saying, but you can't beat the Chill Scrub. No, please don't use my name like that. Don't do that, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was doing that shit with you. I'm like, but you don't go around sniping the Chill Scrub. I'm like, this nigga snipes me all the time. I just don't care.
Right.
If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. I literally, when I was on PC, ran goddamn almost 20 games with you. King versus,
Marduk.
And I was annoyed as shit the entire time. I just kept playing. I'm like, shit, it's no big deal. It's not like I really give a shit anyway. The fuck do I lose if I like? Oh my god, I'm now a terrible player because I lost to Zilla a couple of games. I'm like, man, I'll get him next time.
Yeah. I don't know, bro.
Red, bro, you goddamn red.
Red.
Now, if I lose to Red, bro, I swear to God, like I would probably look at myself like I'm ass.
With Red, he even thinks you're stream sniping him. You're gonna receive PowerPoints, death threats, fucking essays.
No, bro, like shit. Innocent players get blamed. He be blaming low ranks, man. They must be a part of the troll Discord. No, they're not.
They're just people trying to play the game.
There are trolls that troll you outside of the Discord. Your name is very known in this little small community.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I'm not even loaded in, bro. I don't even know. Oh, there we go.
But like. He always do that because he does that with Misty too. Because Misty hated his guts for a second.
Mm-hmm. For a second, Misty's weird. I didn't even trust Misty.
Misty is like Frost in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Loki probably is Frost, but
no, it's not Frost. That nigga's from goddamn Tea and Crumpets land.
Oh, nah, but yeah, bro, it's like nonstop, and it's like I'm really tired of it. Even when I'm not doing anything, my name still gets brought up, so it's just like.
How you think I fucking feel? I be sitting there minding my own fucking business. The Chill Scrum, like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, he will literally say it's me. I'm like, I'm at work right now.
Or I'll just be at home. I'll be at work, and I get a notification from PlayStation that I got a message, and it's from Falcon. I'm just like, bro, you have sent me 10 messages, and I have not replied to you once.
At this point, it looks bad on you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I haven't replied to you not once. You keep messaging. You just messaged me today, like 10 minutes ago, and I still haven't messaged you back.
You're like a loser. For lack of a better word.
Round one.
And this is what I mean when I was saying, like, you disagree with me a while ago. I'm like, bro, there's something wrong with Tekken 7 and niggas. There's something wrong. Like, there's something they put in this game where they cannot function properly. Like, I used to say that about Akuma, so I'm like, he is a true, authentic Tekken nigga. And the love he has for Tekken 7, I cannot understand it. And maybe it's not meant for me to understand, but like, there are people that are literally addicted to this shit. Red is a prime example. Like I said before, like, when niggas say before the burgers, y'all should say before the Tekken.
God damn it.
Bro, before the Tekken, he was out here like living life, and next thing you know,
This nigga, 300 and something pounds.
burger in one hand, controller in the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't believe he literally said it on stream. Eating what burgers with a burger in his hand?
Chill, bro. Bruh, nah, hell no.
No, he literally had the burger, and I'm literally like, bro, nigga, we see that.
Bruh, I'll never forget when this nigga fucking... this nigga bit the burger, took a pull of his cigarette at the same time, bro. That shit was so nasty, bro.
No, what killed me is when he had that Minute Maid apple juice box, bro. I'm like, nigga. I was in tears. I'm like, nigga, you are too old, bro. That nigga got that juice box, but he was going crazy. I'm like, oh shit. Grown ass fat nigga with a juice box. I'm like, man, it gets no worse than this, bro.
Bro, that shit was too funny.
Round 4.
Right does it to himself. He really does it to himself. In all
Bro, I'm just
seriousness.
saying though, like, why your girl got you some apple slices in a juice box, bro? Like, what the fuck is this? And the way he eats, bro, I'm like, bro, like mute your camera when you're going to, like, turn off your camera when you're going to eat, bro. Nobody want to look at your face with you.
Mad crumbs and cigarette ashes falling from his mouth.
And he wears the exact same hoodie every stream. I'm like, nigga.
You know, that shit hasn't been washed in that long.
It's a difference, like, I can understand, like, because we all have house clothes. Clothes we just wear in the house. We don't take a shower. We know the clothes aren't dirty because we don't sweat in them or anything like that. Nigga, you sweat in that hoodie.
You see it on stream. That's why you got that rag. That's why you got his little sweat rag.
And the thing is, he be sweating when he's fighting purple ranks. I'm like, bro, you're kidding me. That nigga, bro, he actually, no, y'all say purple ranks. He be getting smoked by red ranks.
All the time.
And here's the thing, this is why rank means nothing, because when red has a higher rank, I'm gonna say Emperor's a higher rank. I'm gonna give him that. It is. Like, let's not take it away from him. That's not everybody getting that, like I said before.
You want the truth?
To us, it's not a high rank. To us, it's not high. But to the general populace, it's high, right? So when low ranks that are actually ass say that rank ain't shit, they're fighting niggas like red.
Chilled, I'm gonna be honest with you. With as long as Red plays for the past 10 years, with as much time as he put in, he should be Omega by now.
Or at least a god rank.
No,
I'm not saying he has to be my rank, some kind of god rank.
Bro, he has to be. This man puts in 12 hours every day for the past 10 years.
That's 84 hours a week, bro. That's 8 hours, 84 hours a week, bro.
Yeah, do the math for 10 years.
Those are astronomical numbers, bro. like, I'm not even trying to process that right now.
It's Jesus Christ, bro. Like, he should be Omega right now. This man should be able to perfect DSS.
He still can't do that.
That's some sad shit.
Don't you tell me how to play my character. I'm like, but the people who tell you are better than you. Legend Kicker is way better than you.
Yep.
Nigga, I'm better than you.
He doesn't even take advice from Legend Kicker. That's a crazy thing.
Legend Kicker is solid. I played him. He's solid.
He's good.
He's just wild. He's wild as shit. He does wild things, but he's solid as hell.
I've played him in rank before. He's good, but alright, these niggas want the party invite. I'm gonna invite Soul Edge first because Soul Edge knows how to shut the fuck up. Zeku, I'm gonna let you speak. You just gotta wait for a second. This man Zeku be going off and don't stop. I feel you. I mean, the one time he did, he boosted.
I'm talking about non-boosting wise.
He could. I'm not gonna be. I'm be honest. He can do it.
Is there?
It's that easy.
Right? Ducking and dodging for him to do that.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can do it. If he duck and dodges the right people, he can do it. But more than likely,
But see, at the God ranks, niggas like me gonna be waiting for him.
that's what I'm saying. He's gonna have to fight Odell. He's gonna have to fight me. He's gonna have to fight Soul Edge. He's gonna have to fight everybody that has that rank.
Cause I can't wait, boy. It's gonna be a law mirror. You're not getting to the Golden Gates, bro. You're not getting to the Golden Gates. Not here.
I mean, here's the thing. For me personally, right? Because I saw y'all talking about Red, whatever. At this point, like I said, for me personally, I don't give a shit about Tekken, right? I don't give a shit if you get salty at the game, whatever. I've been there. You know, people I fuck with have been there. We've all gotten to the point where we've gotten salty, whatever. You know, we slugged or whatever, or we cherry picked. The thing is, what do you do while you get salty? Do you acknowledge the fact that you're fucking up, right? And you know you're not in the right state of mind. Do you get off before you do something you may regret?
I get off.
Or do you fucking lash out against the people who are actually trying to help you, right? That's why I don't fuck with this man Red, because he lashes out against everybody. Fuck off, Soul Edge. Fuck off, Falcon. Bro, fuck off, Jill. Don't tell me how to play the fucking game.
Boy, you sound like you came in here about to regulate, bro. I ain't never heard your voice this deep.
My voice. Like, I don't even know what to say about this nigga at this point, because everything I can say is been said already. He's a piece of shit, we know that. He refuses to change, we know that. And I think that's my biggest issue with this motherfucker.
I already know what I want to do. I want to do a documentary on this nigga, bro. Like, I want to make a video with the actual mathematical equation of like how much time he spends on Tekken versus the actual outcome.
Bro, I'm waiting for like a full Bender type of style of video, like a deep dive, like a June the King style deep dive on Tekken. Right? That would be so interesting.
The rise and fall of Red Ranger.
But yeah, it's like,
you know what's crazy? If you do that kind of video, the actual fall part is when he became Red Ranger Power Up. Before the Red Ranger Power Up, before the Tekken, before the burgers, he was alright.
Yeah, that's true.
Then they got hit with the triple threat: burgers, Tekken, and rank match.
What I dislike though is what's fucked about this situation is that we are arguing with a motherfucker who has ultimately nothing to lose. Nothing is on the line. For Amanda, something's on the line: her fucking sanity and her supposed life with the suicide. Well, Falcon, his reputation's on the line. He's already
his reputation's already destroyed.
Like,
Yeah,
he's known for being a dickhead, right? But then you make it worse by hanging out with someone who's 10 times worse as you.
Bad influences.
Right, exactly. People like fucking Zeku, their reputation is on the fucking line because they become known for making Red Ranger troll videos. For niggas like you and Tenez who are trying to make good quality content for people to enjoy, y'all reputation going on the line too.
I don't make videos on that nigga no more. I stopped doing that. I realized that's a fatal mistake. Hell no.
But even then, it's like people will see them, right? And people who don't know shit about Red, stupid people basically, will come into his stream. They'll get a taste for the stupid shit he says. And be like, oh man, Red, you're just being bullied, you poor thing. Those goddamn stream snipers and cherry pickers. Those red transsexuals.
But he stole that from the LTG.
Yeah, and it's like that's been happening though. Like where people who are unaware of who the fuck Red is, they come into a stream, they start sucking him off.
The only thing I draw the line is he is not getting to the gold ranks. I shouldn't have let him get to the Emperor rank. I shouldn't even let him get the Emperor. But I was at work because like normal people have jobs.
We all asked you what was the point of you even becoming neutral with that man, because we've all seen this cycle.
It's not even a cycle. Here's the thing. Normally I would get upset and start making videos and like get really angry. I'm chilling. I don't really care what he does. I've been broke the cycle. I'm like, y'all think I'm really finna lash out and make videos on this dude? Neutral means it can go either way. Either I can just leave you the fuck alone, or we can be cool. It's up to you. He decided he want to be on that dumb shit. All right, I'll leave you over there. Have you noticed that anytime Red start arguing, I just leave?
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, oh Red, chill. Where you trying to go, man? Like, dude, I'm still in his Discord. If he really wanted me gone, I would have been gone.
But I thought he was supposed to kick you out 2 days ago.
I'm still there.
That nigga's weird. But, you know, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because that brings me to my next point. So, we all know that Red hates being fucked with, right? And he's constantly bitching about he wants to be left the fuck alone, right? So, tell me why then is this motherfucker subscribed to the same group of people he
That he
fucking
hates.
dislikes. Why are you following the same people on social media who supposedly made your wife want to fucking kill herself? That makes no sense.
That's essentially what I was telling Zilla and Zilla about me and Akumu. Like we just decided at that point we didn't like each other, so we unfollowed each other and left each other the fuck alone.
But with Red, he just goes on and on and on. Because when he and Falcon were beefing out when playing that, Falcon and I were like, man, making response videos and everything is so boring. Just let him die to obscurity. Falcon's like, yeah, man, I agree. So we left him alone. Falcon's streaming ranks because I didn't have a PS4 at the time, right? He's getting a bit salty, whatever. 2 days later, this motherfucker makes a video. Hey, hello everybody, it's your boy Red Ranger Power Up. Look at this nigga Falcon getting so salty in a ranked match.
But everybody gets salty in a ranked match. No matter who you are, how good you think you are, you're gonna get salty.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's like my point being, we leave him the fuck alone. He still goes after us. So it's like there's really no option to leave him alone. Ultimately, at the end of the day, Red's channel is one that fundamentally refuses to evolve because it is a victim of a content creator who also refuses to evolve. Somebody who does not want to take any responsibility for their mistakes. Somebody
to
who
sum it up,
keeps on
it's Super Goku. It's Dragon Ball Super Goku. That's essentially what it is. A steel character that never evolves with the same plot that's been going on.
There you go. There you go. There perfectly.
But I say this though, if he ever attempts to go to the gold ranks, I'm not letting him.
Neither am I. I'm taking those points.
I'm not letting him get there. I will. If I run into you, I will play you once, and we gotta go get this nigga, bro.
Just leave. I'm getting.
I think
he's not getting that rank.
I think Red's whole career can be summed up with this quote I found on a Windsor Redemption video. The hard road was easy, while the easy road was hard. I agree with that.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the bro, think about it. If he gets the gold ranks, he will never shut the fuck up.
I mean, he won't even shut the fuck up about getting Emperor.
Exactly. So imagine him at the gold ranks.
2 Emperors. You guys gotta remember.
Nigga, I got 2 Emperors by bullshitting around.
That's all you gotta do. It's not hard. It's literally not hard at all.
But when you're not used to this kind of success, it seems like it's the world to you. That's why I argue with TK Fatalfist so much. I'm like, the reason why you highly regard these ranks is because you're not used to getting them.
Right.
Humility in the face of success.
Well, I think this is like the first Tekken he took seriously. So
exactly. So he's not used to it.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna knock his success. Good for you. This is your first Tekken, and you got the True Tekken God / Tekken God Prime. You got to the God ranks. I don't even call anybody. I call them God ranks. You got to the God ranks with Geese. Nice. That's what's up. Great.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, getting like Omega and what exactly in the game in the lobby, but getting Omega and shit like that shit doesn't matter to me because in fucking Tag 2 I was Yasuka. Majin around that rank, where rank really fucking mattered.
Bro, if you can get past the fucking, if you could get to the fucking orange rank, she was considered decent at that game.
Mm-hmm.
Tag 2 didn't have no rematch for you to just cherry pick off of people either. You have to be lucky to run into an easy opponent.
That's back when rank match was fucking hell. Back when you wanted to play a new character, you literally start from all the way from first Kyu. Imagine getting fighting goddamn Majins at fucking first Kyu. You look at the actual rank, you be like, bro, what the fuck?
No, you couldn't even see the actual rank.
Yes, you can.
Could you? Okay, I didn't know that. Well, I probably did know that. I just forgot. I don't know.